Today's Ask Me Anything goes out to Marek, who says, you have answered a lot of questions about the dog crates recently, but coming from a country where those are banned, I'm still not sure that it's something worth risk getting in trouble for. The typical arguments I read around, like it's the dog's den, safe space for the dog, etc., are not convincing for anyone here seeing crate as dog abuse. So I'm going to really get into a lot of detail here with you. Anybody who sees a crate as dog abuse is insane, is completely nuts, because what they're seeing is that letting the dog have free rein is what the dog should have. The dog should not have free rein. So if someone sees a dog crate as being dog abuse, then they should see a child's crib as being child abuse, or a child's bassinet as being child abuse. When we get into these countries who start with these crazy knuckle-headed ideas of no aversives, first of all, no pinch collars or choke chains or anything like that, now we're taking it down to we can't put a dog in a crate, or we can put the dog in a crate but it can't have a door. Then why are we able to put a dog in a room that has a door, or a house that has a door, or a house that has a fence? Because anything we do to a dog, anything we do to a dog, let's say we put a collar on the dog, that's where the abuse starts, right? So we're kind of taking away the freedom of the dog. But if we're going to be allowed to have dogs, and at some point in these kind of countries with these kind of insane nuts, you're not going to be able to have dogs anymore. You're going to take away, you're going to strip all the rights from people. They're going to say, oh, dogs are people and they have the equal rights as people, and they're not going to be able to have a fair life at all because they can't speak for themselves. This is the insane part. This is the part where it gets really, really nuts, is that these people claim to fight for the rights of the dogs, but what they're really doing is stripping the rights of the dogs. They're diminishing the ability for a dog to survive, to be structured, to be given the tools that this dog needs to survive, to promote their own propaganda and agenda. So putting a dog in a crate is one of the best things you can do for them, because you're teaching them structure, you're teaching them how to be safe, you're teaching them what it's going to take to have a happy, successful life. Take that away. Take that away and take away the ability for someone to put training on a dog, to give the dog the structure the dog needs to live. The structure the dog needs to have a happy life, and you're stripping this. You're deteriorating what it means to be a dog. You're deteriorating what it means to be a responsible dog owner, because when you can't train the dog with the clicker and I don't even know if you could use flat collars, which flat collars, by the way, are more abusive than any kind of a choke chain or anything like that, because they cause damage to dogs. So what you'll do is you'll strip away the ability for people to do proper training on dogs, and behind closed dogs, they're going to beat dogs, abuse dogs, and those people that don't do that are going to be the ones dumping them in shelters or taking them to the veterinarian to kill them, to put them down, to murder them, because they don't have the proper tools. So for any people, for any organizations, for any countries that are out there banning good dog training tools, I implore you to get your head out of your butts and allow people to train their dogs, allow dogs to have happy lives. Because if you advocate, if you say that you want a dog to have a happy life, if you want a dog to live, if you want a dog to prosper, if you want a dog to have a beneficial relationship with their people, there will need to be corrections, there will need to be proper tools to train that, and there will need to be things like crates. Because when you don't allow a dog to be in a crate, I don't know what kind of a country or what kind of people exist that can be with a puppy or a dog for 24 hours a day to monitor them. So next thing you're going to say, we can't have leashes. When this starts to get stripped away, it just ticks me off, because it takes away the real beneficial way of owning a dog, of structuring a dog, of giving a dog what a dog needs to survive, what a dog needs to be happy. And when you take that away, you're deteriorating this. There won't be any more pet dogs. At some point, we're going to live in some kind of a myopic society where nothing exists but what is dictated and mandated by governments and organizations. It's complete BS, and it's got to be stopped. So join some kind of an organization that fights for the rights of dogs, fights for the rights of dog owners, and makes it a better world for dogs. And a better world for dogs in the way that we can structure dogs, we can give them what they need, not in a way where we're taking away the ability to put a dog in a crate because we think it's abusive. Again, if you think a dog crate is abusive, then a bassinet is abusive, a crib is abusive, a door to your front, the front of your house is abusive. Crazy, absolutely crazy making. This stuff makes me absolutely nuts. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. A lot of stuff there to help dogs, give dogs the best life possible.